My name is Robin Bond. I'm here this month for our Wine, Dine, and Design TV broadcast with Ruth Hyatt of Design Access. Hi Ruth, how are you today?
Good, Robin.
Ruth has a beautiful showroom in North Austin that caters to the trade, and one of the things we are seeing trending in is wallpaper, and we're very excited about that, aren't we? Because we're kind of getting, the paint thing is getting a little bit boring, and we wanted to show you today some beautiful things that are out. Ruth, what are you seeing in the way of wallpaper and what is selling?
Well, first of all, Robin, we have seen a tremendous surge in wall covering the last probably 9 months. There are several trends. I would say large-scale patterns for one, geometric patterns, and grass cloth in particular. We've probably sold more grass cloth in the last 6 to 9 months than we had in several years. And there's a whole generation that doesn't seem to be that familiar with wallpaper. And I think wallpaper is definitely back. It had gotten kind of a bad rap in
I agree
previous
with that.
years.
In the 80s, that floral.
Yeah.
I think people think of floral when they think of wallpaper.
Yeah, like your grandmother's wallpaper patterns.
Yes.
But there's so much out there now. There's probably something for everybody. And we're really excited about wallpaper because you can do so much with it.
Well, why don't you show us some of the things you've laid out here so we can show people what you're seeing that's interesting and what the possibilities are.
Well, this is a really eye-catching book. It's a new collection from Clark & Clark, and the geometrics are really big. It's a large-scale geometric pattern in several colors, anything from the vibrant colors to the neutrals. There are florals in here if somebody wants a more traditional look, but they've been updated.
That's great. I love it. I love this one. When you look at this wallpaper alone, you're just kind of like, okay, whatever. But then when you see it in a room setting, it's just very dramatic.
That really does help when the wallpaper companies put room settings in their books, so you can see the whole feel of an entire wall done in wall covering.
That's great. Love that. This one is just calling my name.
This is a lovely grass cloth with a little bit of bling in it. It has kind of a glittery look.
Beautiful. Now, is this a higher end paper? It looks to me to be...
It's mid to high end for grass cloth.
Okay. And
this color has been popular for several years, and it's still selling.
Yes, I've noticed that. People still love the blue. And I'm seeing a lot of it go even more into the turquoise. Are you kind of more?
Yeah, definitely.
A little bit deeper tone than what it used to be.
Here's another example of grass cloth. This is actually a printed grass cloth.
I love that.
It's an updated floral. It kind of makes a damask effect too. This comes in several colors, and this can be really dramatic on the wall.
And that's a floral, but it doesn't remind me of the grandma feel at all.
No, definitely not. Grass cloth too, what is selling are still very traditional patterns that have been around forever. You get a lot of texture, and I think people are really liking the natural type textures in their homes. It's very soothing, and it's also environmentally friendly.
And it's not too busy, but yet it adds a little bit of texture and, like you said, a little bit of interest to the wall.
And it ranges from neutral to dramatic colors in the grass cloth also.
Great. And another thing I'm surprised by is the flocked paper. That reminds me, I remember my mother had some gold background green pattern flocked paper when I was growing up in the house. Now we're seeing this again.
A lot of people probably do remember the flocked wall covering, and again, that has made a comeback in the last few years. This is a really pretty updated flock in a neutral, but it's very dramatic.
Look at that.
Here's a room setting. And really make a bold statement with it.
Now this is amazing too. this metallic-y. We're still seeing a lot of metallic, it seems like,
Yeah.
on the wall. And
Yeah, metallics are big in fabrics and wall covering.
you can see it in this room setting here. This is kind of mixing the environmentally friendly green products with the glamorous metallic, kind of a stark contrast.
Again, this gives you a lot of texture, but it's still subtle, and it doesn't overpower your room. It's just a nice complement to everything else that you have going on in the room.
That's great.
There's a trend too toward transitional and more contemporary things, especially in Austin. This one is a vinyl that gives you a matte finish and a glossy effect.
That's great.
And you can see here, there's a
Oh,
room
that's
setting,
beautiful.
and it also comes in this subtle silver and blue.
Beautiful.
We have a similar pattern here. Again, we have a metallic, and it has some textural interest in it too.
Beautiful.
And it comes in several colors, you know, pastel colors, neutrals. So this is very calming
Yes.
and serene.
That's great. Well, Ruth, why don't you tell everyone a little bit about your showroom and what you do and how long you've been in
Okay.
business and that sort of thing.
The showroom is called Design Access, and we sell to the interior design trade, decorators and interior designers, really anyone in the interior design trade. We've been here since 1993. Our emphasis is on wall coverings and fabrics, although we carry other product lines as well. If you see something you like today, then if you're in the trade, please come and see us. We'll be glad to give you a tour. If you're a consumer, then please call Robin, and she can come in here with you, and you'll get to see the latest trends.
Yes, well, thank you so much, Ruth. We appreciate you joining us today and educating people on wallpaper.
Thank you, Robin. It was a pleasure.